Good Saturday morning. It is 7:15. We have a weather impact alert this morning because we're dealing with some dense fog. Take a look right now over the city of New Orleans. There is a fog blanketing the entire city. You can barely make out the skyline, of course, just the top of the building. So it is going to be a foggy start to your Saturday. It feels pretty cool and damp. Temperatures are in the 60s, and we'll have the fog through about mid-morning, about 10 a.m. or so. So if you will be headed out early this morning, make sure you do drive carefully. Here's a current look at visibility. It is pretty low on the South Shore. River parishes, metro area, down the bayou, closer to the coast, quarter of a mile visibility, even down to 0 in Belle Chase, quarter of a mile in Houma, in New Orleans, and Kenner and Jefferson Parish, river parishes as well. We have some patchy fog on the North Shore in Bogalusa. So we're going to be continuing to see this fog issue throughout the weekend, this morning and then again tomorrow morning, because our pattern is going to be unchanged. But next week we'll be done with the fog. But the weekend, yes, we have to deal with some fog. Weather impact alert for this morning, and we'll likely do this again tomorrow morning because of the low visibility and some quick changes in visibility. You may be driving along, everything looks okay, and then you run into a wall of fog. So make sure you drive carefully and slowly. Give yourself plenty of time and space on the roadways this morning. There's a dense fog advisory in effect until 10 a.m. this morning across the entire area. Right now, temperatures mostly in the upper 60s, both sides of the lake, 60s in South Mississippi. Today is going to be very warm and humid. Around 80 degrees this afternoon with some sunshine later on. Tomorrow, much of the same, 80 degrees, hot and humid tomorrow, some sun, and then tomorrow morning we'll likely have to deal with some fog. And later tomorrow we could see a couple isolated showers because a cold front will start to get closer to us. And then Monday, that's when things change. So we do have some big changes next week. It will be chilly and windy on Monday as that cold front rushes in. We'll have freezing temperatures for a few mornings next week, and it will be cold for New Year's Eve celebrations. So the cold front works in across the country this weekend. The cool air rushes into the Gulf South on Monday, but it gets especially bitter cold here at home on Tuesday and Wednesday. Those will be our coldest days coming up next week. As the front moves across the country, there will be some snow and rain across the Midwest and the Great Lakes tomorrow. Snow and rain continues across the northern part of the country on Monday. The cold front is going to bring us a few rain showers later Sunday into early Monday, but it's not going to be a whole lot. So let's skip ahead to tomorrow. Tomorrow we'll have partly cloudy skies. It will be a warm and humid day, much like today. And then tomorrow afternoon, maybe a stray shower. Tomorrow evening around 5 o'clock, could see an isolated shower later tomorrow. Not a whole lot. And then going into Monday, the front works in. This is 5 a.m. Monday morning. We could see a couple spotty showers early in the day on Monday throughout the morning hours, but the front will push some drier air in, so we'll be drying up by later in the day. Monday, we'll have some sunshine, but cold and windy weather will settle in by Monday, and then it will be frigid on Tuesday morning. So we'll be windy on Monday and then windy on Tuesday. So Tuesday morning, temperatures will be in the 30s, plus it will be very breezy, so it will feel like the 20s on Tuesday morning. Wednesday morning, our winds will be calmer, so temperatures will drop even more. Wednesday morning is going to be our coldest. This is when temperatures will be in the 20s on the North Shore and even some upper 20s west of the lake, and then low 30s on the South Shore Wednesday morning. So on Tuesday morning, we'll have a light freeze north of the lake and some patchy frost on the South Shore. But then Wednesday morning will be frigid, so we'll likely have a hard freeze north of the lake. You'll want to protect your pipes if you live north of the lake before Wednesday morning, and that's only north of the lake. South Shore, though, we will have some frost and a light freeze south and west of the lake. So bring your pets inside, bring your plants inside, things like that. Make sure you have your heavy winter jackets, too, ready to go for next week. Here's a quick look at New Year's Eve. We'll be clear but cold. Temperatures will be in the 40s on Wednesday night for New Year's Eve celebrations. Here's your 7-day forecast. More warm weather for your weekend. Some fog this morning and tomorrow morning. And then we get into Monday. The front moves in. A few showers around early Monday, and then check out Tuesday and Wednesday. Cold and sunny. Temperatures only in the low 50s in the afternoon. Bitter cold nights and mornings next week. Temperatures in the 20s and 30s. And we'll stay pretty cool and chilly heading into the first few days of 2026.